गुड मॉर्निंग एवरीवन।
एग्जिट होता है। ठीक है, तो ये था अबाउट आपका लैमिनार एयर फ्लो इक्विपमेंट्स। अगर आपको मेरा ये वीडियो पसंद आए तो प्लीज़ इसे लाइक शेयर और कमेंट करें। थैंक यू फॉर।
So today we are discuss about the laminar flow equipment. So in that laminar flow equipments, here consist of laminar flow cabinet, laminar flow closures, and the tissue culture hoods. Okay, and these are all the enclosed in the bench, which is made up of stainless steel with no gases, no gaps or joints. Okay, so these are the combination of laminar airflow equipments. In that it contains cabinet, closes, tissue culture hoods, and they are totally packed with the stainless steel, okay, bench, and it is designed to the prevent contamination of semiconductor waters, some biological samples or any other particles which is the sensitive to the material. That equipment can deliver clean air in a vertical, horizontal, or okay unilever direction, okay, or cross lever direction. The air filter from the that laminar airflow is claimed to the 99.97, okay, from the microbial contamination, okay, which air pass through that laminar airflow that having the purity that around that is the 99.97 purity, okay, and this level it is based upon the removal of dioptyl phthalate, okay, this is DOP particles, and this that particles having size zero point 0.3 micrometer and large, okay, and the velocity of all that particles of the should be less than 90 plus to minus 20, okay, feet per minute. So that diactophthalate having the velocity of that particle is around 90%, 90 feet per minute, and having the some 20% plus minus, okay. Next one, that is the composition of laminar airflow and their working. So in that they are having consist of three parts. That is, the first one is the filter pad, second one fan, and third one the HEPA, that is the high efficiency particulate air filter. It is also called as HEPA filter. So in that see the diagram, first one that is the vertical laminar flow, and the second one that is the horizontal laminar flow, okay. In our college that horizontal laminar flow is present, okay. So how they work, that fans that sucks the air through the filter pads and where the dust is trapped, okay. So firstly fan is the sucks air from the surrounding and they are pass the air from the filter pad, okay. After the pre-filtering, that air is to pass to the HEPA filter where contaminating fungi, bacteria, dust are clearly removed, okay. Then sterile air flows into the working area where you can do all your flasking work without dust or risk of contamination, okay. So this is the working of laminar airflow and their parts here having filter pad, fan and HEPA filter. That fan is sucked the surrounding and they are passed the air by that filtering pad, okay. After that filtering pad, that filtering pad, that air is passed to the HEPA filter, and that HEPA filter absorb or avoid that fungi, bacteria and dust. They are removed from that air, and the clean air will be passed to the our that area where you are working, okay. Next one, HEPA filter. So HEPA filter, in this filter they are filled with fiberglass paper. It is used for the filtering media, and that filter is consist of continuous sheet of filtration material, and it is pilked with sealed with the corrugated separated placed between each plate. Okay, and the sealed into a rigid metal flame, and that in that between separator, that aluminum foil is used for the spare in the HEPA filter. Okay, so if you are see the HEPA filter diagram of HEPA filter, so here they are uh, they are prepared by the fiberglass paper. Okay, and in that fiberglass paper they are having the filtration material, and they are corrugated with the separated, okay, and the rigid metal frame here used for the HEPA filter. Also they are use aluminum foil for the space in the HEPA filter. Okay, next one, that is the air supply in the clean room. How that air supply, the air supply in the clean room to a consist must be filtered through the HEPA filter, and the HEPA filter must be positioned at the inlet for the clean room, and the pre-filter may be fitted upstream of the filter, okay, to the HEPA to prolong the life of the final filter. So that control the procedure must be adopted by the evaluated and the monitor quality of HEPA filter. These filters are supported to provide a class of 100 air, okay, and they should be certified after the every 6 to 12 months. Okay, so after 6 and 12 months we are certified that HEPA filter is working as a standard or not. Okay, so their standard, that is the 100 air should be passes, okay, through that HEPA filter, and that air quality also evaluated using the settle plates, microbial air samples, and the particulates counts. Okay, and so that your velocity of HEPA filter air is also measured using the air velometer, and the efficiency of filter in the removing particulate and the microbial contamination is evaluated by the employing diactophthalate test, okay, that is DOP test. So these are the some evaluation criteria where your HEPA filter is working or working as a standard or not, okay, for the cleanup area. And mostly that cleanup area, the clean air should be passes to the HEPA filter. Okay, and what is DOP? So dactyl phthalate, that test, it is universally acceptable challenge test for the HEPA filters, and that dactyl phthalate smokes is introduced at that supply of the air. Okay, after that supply of air, that diactophthalate smoke, check whether it is passed to the that HEPA filter or not. Okay, so that pallium and photometer probe scan the surface of the filter for the smoke particles. If that smoke is present on that filter, HEPA filter, then it is absorb, they are remove the smoke from the air. If not see the smoke on the that HEPA filter, then their test of dactylphthalate is fail. Okay, the dactylphthalate is a volatile liquid, and under the pressure it is continuous vapor or the smoke having the size range of the 0.3 to 0.4 micrometer. If they are having the leakage in that filter, will be permit that diacto particles will be expressed, and this is will be dictated by the photometer, and that sensors are the fitted upstream and the downstream the filter, and that indicate the pressure differential across the filter. And an alarm system should be used to indicate the failure in the air supply filter blockage. Okay, so got it how that DOP is work. So here here use the DOP smoke and that passes through that ear. If they are having the leakage in the HEPA filter, then that DOP particles will be escape. Okay, and this escaped particles will be detected by the photometer. Also, that sensor it is getting indicate that the pressure of differential, okay, across in the filter paper. And next one point, that is the airflow pattern. So in that airflow pattern they are having the three in general pattern, that is unidirectional airflow, non-unidirectional airflow and the combinational airflow. So unidirectional airflow, that air is within the room masses with the uniform velocity along with the parallel flow lines. If that air passes to parallel flow line one direction, okay, so that air enters the room through the blank bank of filters, okay, and that exits through the bank of outlet, compromising the opposite wall as a floor. Okay, so velocity having that air that about 0.3 meter per second in the downfall flow airflow, that ceiling flows velocity, that is the 0.45 ms. Okay. Next one direction, that is the non-unidirectional airflow. So that air enters into the clean room through the filter and it is accessed outlet duct, which is the positioned low down of the wall in the airflow. Okay, that is site of removed at the inlet, and that filter inlet are the mixed with the dilutes contaminated air within the rooms. That conventional airflow is defined in the term are the number of air charge per hour. Okay, see how that unidirectional it is the that air is passes to one direction. So in that non-unidirectional, they are not having the any direction. Okay, so because they are having the separate two inlet, okay, in the downfall of the wall. Okay. Next one, combined airflow. So in the pharmaceutical clean room area, the background air of the ventilated by the non-unidirectional airflow and the critical directional are the supplied with the unidirectional airflow. The various vertical unidirectional airflow system are the used in the combination for the clean rooms, and inverse has been trend towards a protective and critical procedure within the combination of clean rooms by using the isolated cabinet. The temperature and the humidity are the adjusted to the suit the procedure being the carried out within the that clean air area. Okay, and temperature it is about the 20 to 22 degrees Celsius with the relative humidity of about 35 to 50 degree percentage of the optimum pressurized. So relative humidity it is the range between the 35 to 50%, and the temperature it is about the 20 to 22%. Okay, see how that combination, that is the unidirectional and the crosswords, okay, critical, okay, areas. So here use two HEPA filters, one is here and another is between the room. Okay, so in that place they are having the unidirectional, and here that again difference between that changes. Okay, so here we are stop here. We have completed today's point, that is the laminar flow equipments.